Hey team, it's Sabrina. I thought it would be kind of fun to send you a video like this. I'm playing around with a new little app that I have on my computer. So, yeah, a little Polaroid. I'm on a Polaroid. Hey, I wanted to wish you all a wonderful weekend and say good luck with any tastings you have this weekend and great job with tastings you've been doing this week. I'm really excited about the month of July and everything that we're all doing together. I wanted to send a message out to you today to ask you a question and make you think about something as you head into your wine tastings for the month. So my question is, are you leaving money on the table? Okay? Ask yourself that question. Are you leaving money on the table? You might be wondering, what in the heck am I talking about? Well, what I want you to think about is, are you asking every one of your hostesses if they've ever thought about doing something like this before? And if this is something that you feel nervous about asking directly, well, I wanted to share with you an indirect way that you could talk with your hostess about the business opportunity. So you could simply say, well, and this is something you want to do before you go to the tasting when you're calling them on the phone and your host coaching them. You can say simply, hey, by the way, Mary, I was wondering if there's someone you know, maybe even somebody coming to the wine tasting, that would be interested in the business and doing what I do. Hear what she has to say. If it's somebody that's not coming, you could say, hey, would you like to invite them to the wine tasting? That way they could see what it is that I do. So when you ask them in an indirect way about who they know, if they are even thinking about it, they will naturally say, well, I'm kind of curious, and they'll talk with you and want to learn a little bit more about you. So ask yourself, how comfortable are you saying that? Are you comfortable just saying, is there somebody that you know? It's a lot easier for some people when they're starting off to do that in a more indirect way. And think about this too. 90% of the people who are sitting there watching you at a wine tasting are actually thinking about the business. 90%. But that same 90% has a natural human fear to even ask us. So that shows you how important it is to ask people. So I want you to ask yourself, how many people could you have helped so far with all the tastings you may have done, but you didn't ask them? 90% are wondering about the business but are too afraid to ask you. Think about how you signed up. Did somebody ask you? If you're somebody who sought us out, you are in the minority. That's very rare. Most people are asked by somebody if they'd like to join. So think about how you signed up and how that person asked you. Also ask yourself if you've ever been to a home party before, and when you were sitting there watching somebody from a different company do a presentation, were you wondering about the business that they were doing? If you did, and if they called you up the next day, do you think you would have considered what they were asking? So you really have to put yourself in their shoes and think about it from their side. So if they are not pursued, then they probably won't join. So don't forget that 90% of people. Ask yourself, how bad do you want this business to grow for you? Do you want to take it to a level where you are increasing your commission steadily month after month after month? Well, ask yourself as well, are you happy with the amount of money you're making right now? Do you want to make more money? I am here to help every single one of our team members out with growing more income for themselves. And I totally understand how scary it can be to get outside of your comfort zone, but honestly, that's where the fun is, when you get outside of your comfort zone. So again, I ask yourself what I asked at the beginning of this: how much money are you leaving on the table when you walk out of someone's wine tasting and you don't make those follow-up phone calls to people the day after the wine tasting, asking them, have they ever considered doing something like this before? So I'm really proud of how you guys are doing. Our team is just amazing, and I wish you the best of luck this weekend and this entire month of July. I'll talk with you soon. Bye.